Hey, what's up, Critterheads? Dan, one half of a Critter's Corner here. And just popping in real quick to say that Raymon and I experienced some technical difficulties while filming this episode. So, randomly, our video and audio capture just cuts off at some point. So there's a very abrupt end to the podcast. And very sorry about that. Bit of a shorter episode because of it. But we do have a about hour and 20 minute long a Cinema's Corner out this week on our Patreon if you guys want to take a look at that. Pretty exciting stuff. We talked about Poppy P.I. and I and a bunch of other things, and I'm pretty sure we talk about it at the beginning of this episode. So sorry if you hear it twice. Anyway, hopefully next week will be a normal functioning episode. Love you.
He should introduce the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he should introduce this podcast. Are we going to start talking about a critter now?
It's not my critter.
Okay, let's transition. This is the end. This is the end of the Cinema's Corner. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Critterheads? We just talked for, let's see, the recording, hour and 20 minutes about Poppy P.I. and I and various other things. So that Cinema's Corner is going to be relatable stuff. John Cena, Bumblebee. All that
getting hit by a car.
That whole episode is going to be with a stranger is going to be up on our Patreon. It's a whole hour and 20 for you. But I'm gonna start off this episode with something real nice. While we were talking, I was on my iPad pulling up my research for my critter this week, and I don't check our Critters Corner YouTube page very often, but we got a comment 3 weeks ago, and we got possibly, I think, as a Critters Corner, we've definitely gotten these kind of comments before. But I think this is our first one as a Critters Corner. We've gotten our very first hate comment.
Wait, what about the...
Did we get a comment? Did we get a hate
Won't
comment?
get more than 10 likes.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. This is our second ever hate comment. We're doing pretty good. We're two for... What episode is like 28 or something? We're doing good. We got a good track record. This one...
I gotta look up the percentage.
This one was a comment on our Poppy P.I. and I video. So very ironic that we were just talking about Poppy P.I. and I. And... The comment is no more than just a sleeping emoji. It's just like the little guy dozing off with the little Z's over his head. So the Todd R said we're basic. So Todd R, this one's for you.
Oh wait, that was about the Poppy P.I. and I episode?
Just like a little snooze emoji.
Guess what? Okay, now I'm determined. Okay, so when I make it,
when
I make it, not when I make like Poppy P.I. When I make it, and I have. Okay, this is what Christopher Nolan did, which is like I don't like Christopher Nolan, or at least Tenet. I'll just say that. But I do like what his strategy here. So he wanted to make Inception. He had the idea for a while. Yeah. But he couldn't make it because he was just Christopher Nolan. So he made the Dark Knight trilogy, and it was especially the Dark Knight. Once he made that one, like under like that studio thing, people were like, okay, this guy's good. And so he could go to any studio and be like, they're like, oh, what do you want to make? And then he can show pitch Inception, and now he gets to make the movie he wants. And I was like, okay, well, if I make a banger movie, like for a studio, then I can get a pick at like, hey, I want to make this movie. For sure. So once that's established, once I do that, I'll make Max Falco Peacekeeper of the Stars. But after that, I forgot about that, and I was like, I think this is a great concept. But after that. When I have pull, I'll talk to Spielberg's company, Amblin Entertainment, whatever. Yeah. We'll get in talks about making a certain TV show, and that TV show will be called Poppy P.I. and I. What's that guy's name?
Todd R.
Todd R. Okay, so Todd R. will be a reoccurring bitch.
I was about to say.
He'll be a weasel. There you go. We got frogs, we got ferrets, we got dolphins. Now we have a weasel.
Todd R. I like how all of them have like interesting names, unique names for like the animal. Like the crazy one, this was just named Todd.
That's just Todd R.
That's just Todd R, the weasel. Yeah, fuck Todd, you, Todd R.
I want you to remember this face, or at least a semblance of what this face looks like. My name's Raymon Cruz. Remember that.
Raymon Cruz. Remember the name.
I'll just remember that. Yeah. It'll be funny because your kids will probably be working for me, but I should stop. Sorry.
Your kids are gonna be taking. You know what? One day, Todd, when your kids are taking their kids to the cinemas to watch my movie, you'll be thinking of me.
You'll be paying for my movies.
Yeah.
It's
when
crazy.
your kids are waking up at 6 a.m. begging for you to turn on Paramount Plus to watch Poppy P.I. and I, you'll be thinking of me.
Yeah. I want you to remember these things. Dude, this is what Charles Barkley said. He said, like, he wasn't good in college, like, at school.
Uh-huh.
And so he's like, it's funny, the guys who were good in college making fun of me, now they work for me. And I was like, hey, you go, Charles.
That's my man, Charles.
Oh, dude, Charles, okay, sorry. I saw this video, it made me die. So he was, there was a player named Tyler Hero.
Mm-hmm.
He was from the Miami Heat. Now, there's a song called Tyler Hero by Jack Harlow, and Tyler's in the video.
Yeah.
He's a basketball player. I had no idea. I just thought that was a cool name. But apparently he's a real basketball player. And he wore this like jumpsuit thing to his post game conference.
Yeah.
And Charles has been one to criticize players' outfits, and he shows up to the set dressed up like Tyler Hero in that suit, and then they're like, "Oh, Charles looking good," and he's like, and he gets up and he starts doing this. He's like, hey, and he's like backing up. They're like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm beating the woman off." Because he's so sexy.
Yeah, he is. I don't never seen the man. Sure he
What?
is though. I don't know who the fuck Tyler Hero is.
Oh, I meant Charles Barkley.
Oh.
Charles was dressed up.
That's funny then. I know Charles Barkley. He's a sexy man.
Yeah, but that's my.
He was in Space Jam.
Remember? Yeah. Oh, that's right. What? I don't remember.
He was one of the people who got his. He was one of the people who got his powers taken away from him.
Oh, I forgot that was the whole plot of the movie. I gotta rewatch that.
Those are good movies, probably. Oh, that's a perfect critter movie. The Looney Tunes are all critters.
In what way? I'm just kidding. But remember this. Remember these faces, Todd are.
Remember these faces, Todd
I'll remember that.
And then remember my face because I'm gonna be in every one of Raymond's movies.
Yeah, and they're gonna ask like interviews like, what inspired you to like make a series like this?
Yeah.
Or like and I was like, well, we were gonna honestly scrap it, and then I remembered there was this comment we got on one of the episodes of our podcast, The Critters Corner. And
then Todd R filled me with such hedonistic rage.
And it reminded me of the Mamba mentality and Black Mamba from Kobe. And I was like, you know what would be great? To have his kids, I thought to have his kids wake him up at 6 a.m. in the morning, begging to watch Poppy P.I. and I, the very show he was dismissing as basic. I thought I'd get a good laugh at that.
I get a good chuckle out of that one.
He may have won the battle right now, but I was thinking long term for the war, and
yeah. Then our faces are gonna be plastered everywhere. I'm gonna be me and Jacob are gonna be Raymond's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. What? Oh.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought Joseph Campbell. I'm like, what about him? What?
I don't know who that is.
The hero's journey guy, like the.
Oh yeah, the writer.
The writer. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
Anyway, we take criticism well.
We take criticism well here. The Critics Corner. The Criticisms Corner. All right.
Do you have a Bible verse?
I don't, but I have a Kirby manga right here. Just gonna go ahead and. And so, King Dedede was laid up in bed, groaning for a full week. The word of the Lord.
I was really hoping you stopped that. Thanks be to God.
Thanks be to God.
When you were saying that, I was really hoping you'd stop at that point. Like, I hope it didn't go on. Because I was like,
that was like the only. I just picked a speech bubble, and I was like, there we go.
He laid there.
Laid up in bed. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about a critter real quick. This is a critter that we've been talking about for weeks. At least I have. We're finally doing it. And let me say, I was going to talk about this critter this week anyway. But something happened this week. I had a run-in with this critter. And I was inspired deeply to talk about this critter, even more so than I already was. And that is, today we're talking about the American black bear. Finally.
Okay, I thought you switched it up on me.
No, critters have been that'd be really funny if I did. Critter heads have been waiting for the American black bear episode, and that is today. That the day is nigh. Now I know what you're thinking, Dan. You had a run-in with an American black bear? No, I'm not entirely sure, but I did go to Arizona. Remember you heard about Arizona?
Oh, yeah, I've seen videos.
I went to Arizona with a couple of friends. We should go for a Critters Corner like vlog, dude. That place is fucking awesome. You would lose your mind.
They're bears?
There are bears. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of exhibits.
That's crazy.
I mean, you know what Arizona is, like how the place works and shit?
Don't you like drive around and you're like, oh, there's bears?
Yeah, bears right there. Yeah, but they get really close. Like they were up in my car and shit. Like they were on the road. We had to like stop the traffic because there was just a bear sitting on the road. And there's wolves. They got wolves. They have deer.
Oh.
So basically, when you enter the park, you can choose to go either way, but you can drive through most of it, and you get little exhibits. You see some elk, some bison, and things like that. And then there's the bears. The bears are the best part. And then you pull up into a parking lot, and then you get off, and there's like a zoo part, and there's like exhibits that you go and see. And you know, we saw like a beaver or some raccoons. The raccoons were fucking adorable. And I hit
any of me there?
What was that?
Any of me's there?
Any of yous?
Yeah, goats.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good one. You got me. Anyway, I think they actually did have a couple of mountain goats. That was fucking funny. They had some otters. Shout out Game & Watch. They had otters. But yeah, when we were looking at the raccoons, I was with two of our friends, and then one of them was like, "Oh, they're washing their hands," and I was like, actually, and I hit him with the raccoon facts that I knew, and I was like, "Did you know?"
And then they hit the snooze. Basic.
But definitely we should go. It would be a fun vlog for the critter heads. It's like $30 to get in there. It's a 30-minute drive. It's in Williams, so we've literally driven farther just to get Carl's Jr. So when we could have been driving like maybe 5-10 minutes less to be seeing bears.
Crazy statistic.
It's crazy how that works. Okay. So now, as I mentioned weeks ago, I wanted to talk about the American black bear because we watched Cocaine Bear. And I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't at the time, and I still don't know if that bear was an American black bear. But it was, the fur was black, so it was a black bear. I don't know if it's this exact species that I'm talking about, but it was a bear. I can tell you that much. Let's just get right into it, shall we? So my favorite part about the American black bear is that when you Google the words American black bear into Google, you know, the little like the information thing pops up. It'll be like American black bear animal, and then like some like very minor statistics. One of the statistics, besides the conservation status and the family, you know, like all the categorizations, one of them is mass. Not like the weight or anything, but mass. And this the male adults weigh anywhere between 130 to 660 pounds. And this one's crazy. The females adults can weigh up to 90 to 180. So males can end up weighing almost up to like 400 pounds more than the females do. Whoa. At their peaks. That's crazy. That's a pretty big fucking difference. The scientific name is Ursus americanus. Take with that what you will. Black bears are the smallest bear species in Northern America. And grizzlies and polar bears are larger, but I think you could have wagered that. Speaking of grizzlies, there was a grizzly bear who liked to do little spins. He would do a lot of spins at the exhibit. He was a good guy. I loved him. On average, black bears live up to 20 years in the wild. So they live long, healthy lives. Raymon, let me tell you, the heaviest black bear to ever live, heaviest black bear ever, weighed about, take a guess for me.
1,500 pounds.
Oh, well, okay, well, 900.
Oh.
1,500 would be kind of awesome, though. I would love to see that bear. The scary thing about bears is black bears. Actually, black bears aren't that scary. What is the thing where if it's like, if it's brown, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down, get down. If it's white, you're fucked. I believe that's the phrase. Because black bears are not as big as I thought they would be. Because they stand to 2 to 3 feet at shoulder length or shoulder height. So you know when they're on all fours. And from nose to tail, 4 to 7 feet. So even standing, you could be taller. Oh. You could be taller than a black bear. They have 5 toes on their front and rear feet. No one gives a shit, but good for them. Long retractable claws to help them climb trees, as seen in the movie Cocaine Bear. They can run up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. Which let me do some 50 kilometers in miles. 31 miles an hour.
Wow.
Pretty fast for a big guy. Well, little big guy. Let's see. They hibernate. We know about.
That's our next show.
We know about hibernations. What was it? Little big guy.
Yeah, it'll be a black bear. Like it'll be like Yogi Bear. The ranger's name's Todd R.
The ranger's name is Todd R. And every episode, the Todd R gets mauled by the bear.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Anyway, go
on. These guys hibernate, as we know bears love to do. Man, I'm dying. From roughly October to April. Also, I'm fucking hot. I would love to turn my fan on, but it makes my audio sound like absolute dog shit. But I'm fucking hot. If you disturb a hibernating black bear, it will wake up. Now, here's the thing, Raymond. Let me ask you a question. Have either of us talked about a bear before?
Polar bear.
Okay. Do polar bears hibernate?
I don't remember.
I don't believe so. Now, let me ask you a question. What is hibernation, Raymond?
It's like when, well, as Baloo explained it, they like, I don't know, it's like they eat, or they eat a lot, and then they go to sleep, so they go to sleep for like months, so they don't have to eat again.
See, that's what I was told too in schools and various cartoon media. But it turns out that bears do not sleep for months straight. And this was mind-boggling to me. I legitimately thought that they splurged so hard that they're like, this is enough food to last me the winter. And then they go and their body just slowly like digests that stuff until like, to live. But apparently that's not the case. I don't know what it is, but they're not actually like asleep. So here, I'm gonna look it up. National Geographic. Despite what you may have heard, species that hibernate do not sleep during the winter. Hibernation is an extended form of torpor. I don't know what that word means. A state where metabolism is depressed to less than 5% of normal. So basically, it just lowers it makes them like a dormant state where their metabolism is just not as going crazy, so they can like last the winter, so they don't have to be out and about feeding and shit. Because black bears do not eat, drink, urinate, or defecate during hibernation. So from October to April, that's about half a year. These bears are not shitting, pissing, eating, or drinking. Purely sleeping and vibing. That's insane. I don't understand the science of how that is even remotely sustainable. I don't understand how that works. Because I feel like it says metabolism less than 5%. I don't know about you, Raymond, but 5% does not sound like a big margin of difference. But that's what the podcast is for, to lighten us with the magic of nature. And so I don't really have much of an answer for you, but we're going to move on. They breathe once every 45 seconds during hibernation. And they drop their heart rate to 8 to 21 beats per minute, which I don't know how it is normally, but that does sound like 8 beats a minute does sound very fucking low. There are estimated to be about 600,000 black bears in North America. Wow. More than there are people. I'm just kidding. A black bear has a home range of about 15 to 80 square miles. I'm not sure what a home range means, but judging, I'm assuming it means what it sounds like. That's their home. That's their crib. 15 to 80 square miles. Females can give birth up to 6 cubs every other year. 2 cubs is the average. So up to 6, but mainly about 2. Which makes sense. I feel like when I picture a mama bear and her bears, it's two tiny little baby cubs.
Yeah.
That's just me. Gestation is 63 to 70 days, and cubs stay with their moms for up to 18 months. So that's a year and a half for all dumbasses out there. Black bears can be hunted in 27 states. Very sad. I didn't realize that you could hunt a bear. Actually, I guess that makes sense because bear skin rugs. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. But that's very sad. I don't know why you want to hunt a bear. They seem like such just neat little guys.
So they try to kill you.
So they try to get you. But that's the thing.
Then you gotta,
if it's black, fight back. I'm telling you that. You can fight back the black bear.
Yeah, you shoot him.
Oh. shoot him with a gun. Fight back with a fucking bullet.
Speaking of killing animals, dude, I think it was yesterday or today.
Hit another bird. Splatter that bitch.
So I was driving. I was like getting out of like, where my car's parked, like in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm pulling out and I'm driving, listening to J. Cole. And there's a bird in the middle of the street.
Uh-huh.
and I'm approaching. This bird is not moving, and I was like, "This ain't happening again." I swerved to the right, and it's in the neighborhood, so no cars are coming.
Yeah.
Either way, and so I swerved to the right and avoided him. I'm pretty sure he was still in the middle of the road, but I did not do a repeat, and it almost happened.
Speaking of hidden birds, that's
So
fucking funny.
Oh, I thought you hit one.
No, I was gonna say just the way you said that. Like, speaking of hidden animals, that's funny. Actually, I'm gonna look up the black bear diet because I actually don't have that. I just assumed salmon, like I see in the movies. But I will say, when we were at Arizona, what you could see along the floor was a comical amount of oranges, like leftover orange peels. Like, these bitches eat oranges like it's nobody's business. Most of the American black bear diet consists of berries, fruit, sedges, I don't know what that is, and insects. They will also occasionally consume fish, honeycomb, and human food and garbage.
Forgot about that.
Human food and garbage. I'm gonna look up, I'm curious. Yearly American black bear attacks. What's that looking like? What's that number looking like? List of fatal bear attacks in North America. Oh, this is all bears. I don't want an actual list. Jesus. It's giving me, like, names and shit. That's fucked up. I just wanted a number. That's actually scary. There's a Wikipedia page for that, and there's lists, and it says, there's, like, a column that says name, age, sex, and some of them are unidentified. That's sad.
Just a body.
Welcome back to a Bummer's Corner. Anyways, the black bear killed, looks like 6 people since 2020.
What? Oh?
American black bear has... Oh, I don't know if they actually died. If they're unidentified, they probably died. Let's just say that. Because I feel like if they were alive, they would have been like, yeah, my name is... Anyways. So 6.
My name is...
Been worse. In the past 3 years, 6. Could be worse. That's 2 a year.
Yeah.
So the odds of you getting attacked by a black bear are slim, but never 0. Black bears can knock over 325-pound boulders with a single paw. I'm talking about it. And they have a bite force of up to 800 psi. The average tooth size is 2 to 5 inches, roughly the size of a large egg, much like our good friend little guy Pi. But yeah, they have a bite force of 800 psi. As my good friend Jacob said, we're gonna power scale a black bear.
I still don't know what that means.
So basically, power scaling, I think, is like a thing mainly in like fiction, or like when you talk about like a fictional character. But it's basically what it sounds like. Where you're gonna scale them down, knowing like their feats in their media. You're gonna see how powerful they actually are, and like scaling it to other characters. That's why he was like, we're going to power scale an armadillo, because these bitches can take a bullet.
We're going to power scale an armadillo.
But I don't know how much 800 PSI is. I'll tell you one thing. 800 pretty big number. Probably a pretty powerful bite this guy has. What other interesting facts do I have? Excellent swimmers. We saw a black bear chilling in the tub. Excellent swimmers. Black bears can paddle at least 1.5 miles in fresh water. And a bear's claws, hear this out, can grow as long as a whiteboard eraser.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
I'll tell you one thing. Americans will classify method of measurements anything but a physical thing that makes sense. How much would you wager a black bear cub weighs at birth? At birth. Fresh out the womb.
80 pounds. Oh wait, no, I take that back.
Say now, if you recall, an adult.
I'll say 50 pounds.
Okay. Black bear cubs weigh less than 1 pound at birth.
That doesn't make any sense.
They gain 20 to 30 pounds in 3 months within their first 3 months of being alive.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Those are good numbers. I think it took me a good couple years to grow 20 to 30 pounds if I had to wager. Actually, I don't know how. Actually, that might not be true at all. I don't know how big babies are born.
Yeah, I don't think it's true.
Okay, first of all, I already admitted it.
Well, babies like what? 5 pounds, 8 ounces.
Babies when they're born are anywhere between like less than 10. I feel like when they're born.
And if you're 8, you're like, whoa, that was a big baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's already 8. So
My dog is 20 pounds. My dog is 20 pounds. And I'm trying to think. What did you say?
I said that if that was baby was like 8 pounds, a big baby. I was like, that's just 12 from 20.
That's only 12. We're halfway there. I've held my dog 20 pounds, and I've held a baby. And I'm trying to in my mind see if they weighed the same, and at what point they weighed the same. We'll see. We'll find out. And by we'll see, I mean we won't, because I'm not going to look into that, because I quite frankly could not give less of a shit. Now, obviously, a American black bear can be found in mountains and forests, but apparently they can also be found in swamps, swamping it up.
I gotta go to a swamp, man.
I would love to go to a swamp. We should go to New Orleans.
That's like the alligators, right?
Yeah, Louisiana. Good old Louisiana.
Yeah, take it back. I don't want to go.
Okay, so no swamp then. We're scratching.
I don't want to get eaten by an alligator.
Okay, can we go to New Orleans and not go to the swamp?
I kind of would only want to go to the swamp, though.
Oh, I was kind of really wanting to go for the swamp is the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A new show idea.
Okay, pitch it.
And it deals with the swamp.
Okay.
How about this? An alligator that plays the trumpet. Is a funny alligator too.
He's a funny. I'm thinking of a name. I'm thinking like Louise maybe.
Yeah, and he's like kind of chubby, but in a funny way.
Yeah, but he's like big.
Yeah, and then he plays with he tries to garner the courage to play, and he does, to play with a human band.
Yeah.
But they immediately shoot.
They immediately shoot at him.
He jumps into the water.
Yeah, and swims away.
That's his origin story.
Yeah, that's his origin story. And then eventually he comes across 2 frogs that, well, at one point were humans, and befriends a lightning bug, perhaps.
All right, now this is a trope. I don't know what you're doing.
Now this is cliche. A group of black bears, actually a group of any bears, is called a sleuth, or a sloth. A sloth of bears. I'll tell you one thing.
There's a sloth bear in the zoo now.
I know. I'm aware. I'll tell you one thing. We saw a sloth of bears at Arizona. I had something I was gonna say. I had it. I lost it, and we found it. Despite their name, black bears can be blue-gray, or blue-black, brown, cinnamon,
what,
or even sometimes, rarely, white.
Brown.
Now, see, I got a question. What's the point of calling it a black bear if it can be brown? What's the point of calling it a black bear if it can be brown? What's the point of calling it a brown bear if black bears can be brown? And I'm going to assume...
Well, it's a grizzly.
Could you imagine you come across a black grizzly bear, you try to fight back, and you get your shit absolutely rocked because you did the thing? That's unfair.
That's not
fair.
That's evolution.
That's evolution, baby. Oh, man. That's just not fair.
Dang, that's scary.
We're going to power scale a black bear. Okay, let's see. What makes black bears unique? Bear skulls have a unique adaptations to help eat a wide range of food. I don't know what the adaptations are, but the bear skulls are form-fitted for munching and crunching. I'll tell you that much.
Interesting.
Very. Honestly, I got nothing much else about black bears. I'm going to be honest. They're everything you knew about a bear is pretty much correct.
Except hibernation.
Except hibernation, yeah. Whatever minimal facts you learned about bears in like 3rd grade, they were right. They were 100% correct. Now apparently though, the white black bears, I know, crazy. The white American black bear isn't even like it's like like albino. It just is white. It just has white fur.
Oh.
Also, I didn't really picture bears having like long fur, but they do have pretty shaggy coats when you're up close with them. Like when they've been sitting down for a while and you get up. Oh, here you go. Here's how I'll make it interesting. I'll talk about my personal experiences with bears. When they sit up from sitting down too long, you can see like their fur's all like matted and like it looks like bedhead but on their ass. It's pretty funny. Oh, you know what the best part about Arizona is? You're gonna love this when we go. We witnessed roughly 2 to 3. No, I would fucking die. We witnessed roughly 2 to 3 bears doing what we so gracefully called the bear necessities, where they went up against a tree and they were like shaking themselves to like scratch their back. It was literally the best thing I've ever seen in nature. One of them, sometimes when they sit down, they're so... Someone turned my fan on. When they sit down, sometimes they're so chubby that they just become like this big ball, like a big blob of like fur, and you see like a little head in there, like a little face. And then there was one sitting like that on a tree, and he just fucking like vibrated against the tree to scratch his ass. It was good. We also witnessed a bear fight just on the street in front of some cars. They're sort of like fucking squaring up. What else? I don't know. Honestly, there's no words to describe how good a bear is, because they're shaped in a way that makes me want to approach them, and it's a shame that we're not allowed to as people. It's a shame too that nature instincts will kick in if we do approach a black bear as a man. What else do I got? Let's see. God, come on.
Do you rap? You're a freestyle.
Oh yeah.
Black bears.
I'm not gonna do rap. One time.
Well, not a beat. A rap.
I don't want to do that either. Is the thing. All right. How about this? I'll write a poem.
Just 4 bars. Just 16 bars.
I'll say a poem. I'll do a poem off the top of my head. I read poetry sometimes.
Yeah, but about your bear.
Yeah. No, obviously.
Wait, isn't this just a rap?
Yeah, it's just a rap with no melody.
Slow down.
Just a rap with no melody and slow down. Hold on. Before I do with that though, black bears have a keen sense of hearing it and good vision, but their best sense by far is their sense of smell. With their oversized noses, a little rude, bears have the ability to sniff out even the tiniest morsels of food. Stop turning my fucking fan on! Because their sense of smell is so sharp. They easily find food thrown away by humans. And oh my god, I'm gonna hurt someone. They can detect the smell of food even a mile away, baby. Oh my god, we've only been doing this for 30 minutes. Oh god.
That's really funny.
I got nothing, man. Females often give births to their cubs during hibernation. So they may not eat, drink, piss, shit, or cum, but they do give birth.
Wait.
Wait, back up. Oh man, that fan did feel good though. I'm losing my mind. They only socialize during mating season, so they only be talking to others when they're trying to slide in. They're
like
DMs.
anteaters in that way.
They're like anteaters in that way. During the majority of their lives, black bears are solitary animals. For breeding purposes, adult bears come together during the summer for a brief mating season before parting ways. Females give birth to an average of... Now, that's interesting. Let's think about that for a second. Imagine you just didn't hang out with anybody like you. You were like you knew that other people, like other humans existed, but it was just you. And then suddenly, once every year, you're like, I have to fuck. And so you seek out another human in the same position as you with this intense natural desire. And you procreate, and then you again continue to live a life of complete solitude. Like, it's so weird that it's so interesting to think that it's not even like I feel like deep in it's a weird thing that's like, it's like I have to procreate to keep my species alive. But I would much rather not. I would much rather not interact with another bear. But for the sake of of nature, I have to procreate another bear. You know what I mean?
Does the male do that multiple times, or is it just the one and done?
Just the one and done, it looks like.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to do it then.
Yeah. Because females give birth to an average of 2 to 3 cubs every other year. They keep their cubs close for about 18 months, teaching them how to find food, avoid predators, and move about their habitat before sending them on their way before the next mating cycle begins. Now that's interesting because if you're a female bear, then imagine you're a female bear patrolling the forests and woods and mountains, and you're like, oh, this would right about be the time of year that I would fuck, but I fucked last year, so I'm not going to this year because they do it every other year. They give birth at least every other year. So it's just interesting the way animals work. I'm really running out of let's see, 220 days. They're pregnant for about 220 days. So I guess that makes sense as to why they do it every other year. So never mind.
Like half a year.
That's like half a year. Wait, that is half a year. Hold on. 220 divided by 30.
Well, that's 365.
I know, but that's 7 months. That's less than a human pregnancy. So I don't know why. For some reason, I heard the word 220, and I was like, "That's a long ass time." This is not the case.
It's not the case.
This is not the case. Okay. How about instead of me? How about let's see. Man, who turned on the heater? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I got nothing. Let me just say, I don't have a poem ready or prepared, and I don't want to freestyle a poem. So let me just hit you with a very mental image. A lot of times, poems like to hit you with a little thing called metaphors and similes, where they compare two things that are not the same, but do it through the beautiful eyes of human nature. And that is.
But they rhyme.
But they rhyme. Well, okay, you're right. Let me think of a rhyme real quick. Okay. Oh, actually, no. We'll do that next time. I was gonna say I'll do a haiku, but that's too much preparation. I'll do that. That'll be my raps for my critters from now on. Okay, let me picture this visual image of comparing two things gently laid upon the forest floor. Round black bear, on tree they grind.
They what?
Grind. Hear me out. Surrounded by round orange peels, freed from their rinds. There we go.
What's rinds?
Like the orange rind, like the peel of the orange.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
No, you're stupid.
What are they grinding on again?
A tree to scratch their ass.
Why couldn't you say scratch?
Because it wouldn't rhyme with rind, and I needed rind for some reason. For some reason, my brain was locked on saying the word rind. I couldn't give up rind. I just couldn't. I couldn't say no to rind.
You're saying grind or the orange thing?
No, rind. For some reason, my brain was like, I have to say rind because oranges, and nothing rhymes with orange. Okay.
Yeah.
Door hinge.
Syringe.
Ooh. Now, how would I have fit the word syringe into a poem about black bears?
Look, that's not my problem. That's just you. I was just thinking of the Eminem interview where he's like, it pisses
big
me off
round black bears on trees they grind. Tiny round oranges freed from their rinds. Come on!
Yeah, well, you're not rapping.
I'm not trying to rap! I wasn't intentionally rapping.
Wait, what else? Is that...
That's it. I just came up with the one rhyme. That was my poem. Poems can be anything, man. That's the thing about poetry. You just don't like to see. You just can't see the beauty of subtlety.
What are you telling me? You're telling me nothing.
I'm associating the bear that's big and round with the oranges that they eat, which is little and round. Thus showing the simplicity of life and how round things are found all around on the forest floor.
You say how round things...
The round things! That's the circle of life, baby!
Oh my gosh.
Listen, you'd get it if you were at Arizona. If you went to Arizona, you'd understand what I'm getting at.
Round. Oh yeah, and that circle with the... Oh wait, that wasn't a bear.
What?
SpongeBob, that circle that they made?
Yeah, there was a sea bear.
Oh.
It was a sea bear, but, a bear.
Now I understand.
Now it's all getting together. The majesty and beauty of nature. Anyways, that's all I got on black bears. Raymon, what's your favorite bear?
It's a lot. Yogi comes to mind, obviously.
Yogi comes to mind naturally. Winnie. We
the
already
icy guy.
We discussed Winnie the Pooh. Icy bear is good.
Yeah.
Amos.
There's that cocaine one.
There's the cocaine
Amos.
bear.
I forgot about Amos.
There's the cocaine bear. Is a good one. Actually, let me tell the story of a cocaine bear.
Baloo. I'm stupid.
Oh, Baloo. Bare necessities. So real life Cocaine Bear ingested a lot of cocaine that fell from a plane and died immediately. And then but Elizabeth Banks said, "What if I made a movie about it? That was good," and she did.
I didn't say inspired. It said like based on a true story or whatever.
Yeah, it was.
But the
bear did not live like. I don't even think for like at all. I think the bear died like immediately. Let me ask you a question. The cocaine bear, the actual cocaine bear, was given a very was given a nickname. Can you guess what that nickname was? If we haven't already discussed this.
Cocaine Bear?
It wasn't Cocaine Bear. It's also known as Pablo Escobar. Get it?
I don't know who Pablo Escobar is.
Oh, he was a famous like cocaine drug lord in
Colombia. Oh, okay. I knew the name, but I didn't know what he did.
Oh my god, guess when he died?
Pablo Escobar?
Oh, never mind. I'm reading the news article. Oh, okay, so a 175-pound black bear apparently died of an overdose of cocaine after discovering a batch of the drug, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation said today. The cocaine was apparently dropped from a plane piloted by Andrew Thornton, a convicted drug smuggler who died September 11th in Knoxville, Tennessee, because he was carrying too heavy a load while parachuting. That's funny. Bitch got too much load and he fucking died. What'd you say? He's like DB Cooper, but stupid.
Not as cool.
Not nearly as cool.
Well, that'd be a cool person.
Also, along with the Cocaine Bear movie, they also made a documentary called Cocaine Bear: The True Story. And I don't know the runtime, but I guarantee you,
I'm gonna kill somebody about this cocaine crap.
I guarantee you that documentary is far too long because I just told you the whole story. I just told you the whole story in about 2 minutes. All right, listen.
I know exactly what.
No, you go. Cocaine Bear put him in Poppy P.I. Okay, go.
What? No. So I saved this. It was 3 days ago. For centuries, we have called out to the universe. In 2024, the universe calls back. This is Elio, or whatever it's called.
Is that the new Pixar movie?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I think they should be sweating in their seats.
Who's they?
After seeing that poster, Pixar. God, that looks terrible.
I mean, dude, Elemental looks bad to begin with. And
yeah,
I think I had like what 56% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
I have no idea. But I remember when the trailer came out, I was like, oh, I like the way I didn't even know which character I said looked good. But then after seeing the trailer,
because you're a slut.
Yeah, it probably was. And then I saw the trailer twice for Spider-Man. And I was like, yeah, this just does not look good, especially Earth. That's very poor taste. And then I remember seeing today at the YMCA. Ooh, I didn't even see. I just rhymed like that, like not even subconsciously. But
not really a rhyme, but go ahead.
Today at the YMCA.
Yeah, but it's not like it's in the same sentence.
You're whack.
I'm
Get
whack.
Back on track. I'm just kidding.
Not the triple rhyme.
Before I slap you in your back. Oh.
You can't rhyme back with back, you dumb bitch.
What?
Anyways, Elemental was a 75%. Elemental was a 75%. Audience score of 91 though.
Ooh.
So it might be a banger.
At the Y, it said it was the best Pixar movie to date, and I'm just like, I know this is not true.
Listen, I don't want to watch it, but I feel like I will when it comes on Disney Plus. But part of me is a very, very small part of me, might I add, is tempted to watch in theaters. Because quite frankly, I don't. I mean, hey, it's got a better percentage than The Flash, and I'll be there day one.
Ooh, and I saw right now when I pulled up that poster on Instagram.
Yeah.
This account I follow, I don't know what their name is, but they post like DCU, MCU stuff.
Yeah.
And it said The Flash.